Alright, so once we send the reset code, we want to show two more input fields here. So by the way, let me also show you, if you want, you can do a bit of a styling here as well. So you can write multi-line in the backticks, template string. So let's change this. Let me cut this one. Let's say enter this code. Enter this code in the app to reset password. All right, and then the next line I can use. Let me actually make it h4, and then h1. Here I can show that reset code like that, and then if I want, I can give it color as well, just like in regular HTML. Color red. All right, so we send the reset code. It's all good here. We send the JSON okay true. Now let's go to forgot password page here. Now else, if everything goes well, we want to toggle the visibility. So let me add one more state here. Let's call it visible. Const visible set visible equals to use state. By default, we will keep its value to false. Okay, so once it is successful, we set visible to true. Okay, so if the visible is true, that means the email has been successfully sent. So we show this alert, and then we want to show those two fields. So come right here. Let me uncomment this one. Okay, so let me just cut, use the curly brace here, and then check if visible, then I want to show two fields, not just one. So let me use the fragment here. So paste that code. So we show the user input password, and we also show another input for entering the reset code. So let me just paste that one more time. Change this to new password. We can leave everything the same, and then here password reset code. So here reset code, set reset code, set reset code. Okay, so we need this state as well. We can remove that. Okay, let's go up. Let's add one more state. So user will enter that reset code that we send in the email, and we're going to send all that all together to our backend for completing this request. Const reset code set reset code equals to use state. Leave it empty for now. Okay, and just for testing, let me change this to true. Okay, so this will be true here when it has been submitted, but let me just change this to true just to see how this works. And now you can see that's how it looks. All right, so once the email has been sent, once we get the successful response, we toggle the visibility to true, and then once that is true, these two fields will be shown to the user, where they can enter the new password and they can enter the reset code from the email, whatever they got here. Perfect. Now we can create this function, another function. The handle submit is the one. Next one is, let's call it handle password reset. Handle password reset equals to, so for the moment let me just console log handle password reset. So let me just console log email password and reset code, just to make sure we are able to send everything to the backend. All right, now this function we have to conditionally do something with the button. So we still want to use the same button, but when we show these two fields, we have to do something different here. So let me come down here, and that also something we can use the visible. So if it is visible, just like we show these two buttons, sorry, two input fields, we can execute another function if we have the visible to true. So submit button, text, first of all, text, change the text, request reset code. Okay, so here I'm going to check if visible is true. If visible is true, then I want to show reset password. Okay, if it is visible is true, when they click on that, I want to execute another function, reset password, and show the different text as well. Otherwise, request reset code, the one we had from the beginning. All right, that's good. Now we can do the similar ternary here to execute a different function. Visible, if visible is true, this new function we have to execute, handle password reset. Otherwise, we just continue using the previous one, handle submit. Beautiful. Okay, so now visible is true, that's where reset password you see. But if visible was false, you see request reset code. It's two different things. Awesome. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's try. We should see the console log now. Reset code, let me just type some random thing here. Have a look in the console. Alright, so you can see here we have the email, password, and the reset code. Beautiful. Okay, so far so good. All we need to do now is make a request, because we already have the code in our controller function. So here, first thing we do, make it async. Okay, so then we use try, catch any error, console log the error. You want to set the loading to false, set loading and you want to show the alert as well. Password reset failed, try again. Okay, now we want to make a request. So const, let's do structure data from await axios.post. We make a post request to reset password, that's the endpoint, and we need to send in the request body, we need to send the email, we need to send password and reset code. So that's what we need to send in request body. Then if you're curious, you can console log the data. Let me have a bit of a comment here. Reset password. Okay, then you want to check again data.error. If we got any error, we can show the error message alert data.error, set loading to false. Okay, otherwise it's perfect. We can show the alert. Now you can log in with your new password. We can show that message, and then finally we can navigate as well. So if everything is good, it's successful, then we can navigate them to sign in page for sign in with the new password. All right, so navigate and give the name login or sign in. Make sure we have navigation. Okay, so we got as a props because this is the screen. Perfect. Okay, so this code will make a request to this endpoint. If there is an error, we'll display that. Otherwise, a user should be able to log in with the new password, because this new password will be saved in the database. So let's quickly have a look at this controller function. Let's see how everything works. Let's go back to routes. Now you can see reset password. That's reset password, which is here in the controller. So reset password, what happens is we are sending the email, password and reset code from the client, so that is received in the request body, and then we find the user based on the email and reset code both. Okay, so that means obviously it will be the correct user, because the user and the reset code only this user would know. Okay, so based on that we find the user. If there is any issues, we send them the error message. If password is too short, we send them the error message as well. Otherwise, we can save this new password for the user so that he can log in again, right? So you forgot the old password, so hash the password, the plain password, this one, and then save the user. Before you save the user, reset code, set it back to empty, and send the successful response okay, true. Awesome. All right, so let's give it a try. Now if I try, it shouldn't work because I put some random reset code. Email or reset code is invalid, right? So that's this error message. Awesome. Now if I put the valid code, which is here, the last time we got, let me try that, and let me just give no password. Let's see what happens. Email or reset code is invalid. Okay, so that's all right. We got the validation error. Now I have the password, I have reset code, everything is good. What is happening here? So we got the old email. So let me try again. All right, so let me try again. Forgot password. That's not the user. And I think this is time for me to remove this placeholder as well. Let's go to forgot password, and from the state, let's just remove that. We don't need that here. Okay. Ryan Stripe buyer at gmail.com. New password, reset code, that one is this one. Actually that doesn't work. GJ2QF, GJ2QF. Let's reset password. Now you can log in with your new password. All right, that is cool. That is good. Stripe, let me try. Ryan Stripe buyer at gmail.com. Actually, I used the same password. Okay, but everything should work. Let me try one more time. Okay, let me try. Forgot password. That shouldn't happen. Forgot password. We shouldn't show that first. We should show, okay, that's because I hard-coded true, false. Okay, so by default only this field will be displayed. Ryan stripebuyer@gmail.com. Request reset code. Enter the password reset code we sent in your email. All right, let's go. Okay, so we got the new email. Okay, so that's one. L1I. Not really sure. Let me just try that. Paste here. And new password. Let me try 1 2 3 4 5 6 this time. You can log in with your new password. Beautiful. Okay, Ryan Buyer. This is the old password. Let's try. Wrong password. Beautiful. Let's try new password. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Great. That is awesome. So not only that you learn to upload the image, but you learn to update the password as well. Great.